So today I'm going to show you how to do some basic editing on vocals inside of FL Studio so that you can start prepping your songs for a vocal mix. So I'll be showing you how to do some trimming, some fading, bringing audio inside of Edison to do some more detailed edits, and also volume automation to deal with some peaks so that you don't have to bring in a compressor or a limiter before you're ready to start doing your vocal mixing. So by the time we're done with this, you'll know all the basics that you need in order to edit your own vocals. So let's jump in. So the first thing I want to show you how to do is to clean up the vocals just using some basic trimming, cutting, and fades on the audio so that you get a little bit of a cleaner signal. And I'll show you what I mean. So when we come here, so I have this group of a couple different vocal takes that I did, and these are just the raw vocals with no processing on them, so they're in all their ugly glory right now.
Swallowed by your tidal wave, swallowed by your...
So you can hear everything, like all of the breaths that each one of those vocal takes is having. So when I'm processing vocals together, I usually just want to have one vocal that has some of the breathiness or some of the breaths that are being taken, but the rest of them I don't necessarily want to hear the breaths. And so how I can deal with that is to actually do some cutting and some trimming and some fading in order to get rid of the breaths on some of the other takes. So let me show you what I do for that. So if you want to do a really simple version of this, you just grab your pencil tool by pressing P, and then you wait till it turns to the arrows that are side by side, and then you can just drag that in to get rid of some of that. So if you have some clicks or pops up front that you want to get rid of, you just do that pretty simply. Now, if you have some other things that might be in between some of these takes, you could come in here with your cut tool, your slice tool, by pressing C, and then if you just drag it down on that one track, it will turn into these two different sections. And I can come in here again with the pencil tool, and I could do that, or I could also come in here under this drop down and go to where it says channel settings, and I'm going to change this to be a smooth declicking mode or crossfade. So what that's going to do is put a little bit of fade in and fade out as I'm slicing up these different sections. As I'm slicing up these different sections, it will just give me a little bit more control over making sure that there's no clicks or weird pops that are going on. So I could go through for each one of these vocals and go through that same process of just switching between the pencil tool and the slice tool, just to really clean up some of those different areas where there are breaths or pops or clicks or those kinds of things. If you have a vocal that maybe has a couple of really tiny details that need to be taken care of that you can't take care of with just some of those basic cut and trim tools, you could go in for something a little more substantial by coming in here and going right-clicking on it and saying edit sample, or I'm sorry, clicking on this icon right here at the top left and coming down here where it says edit sample, and that's going to open up the sample into Edison. So once you've opened it up in Edison, then you have a couple more detailed options that you can deal with. All right, so let's say that there was this little click or breath in here that was really hard to get to with the regular pencil tool or the slicer. I could come in here inside of Edison and I can zoom in really closely if I use Control and the scroll wheel on the mouse, and then I could select around just that area that I want to deal with. So I could select around the area that I want to change, that I want to get rid of. And I could come over here to the wrench icon and come over here to the amp. And then I have a couple different options. So each one of these sections, it has different options of what you can do. So that's 200% volume, 100% volume where the little line clicks in, and then it's 0%, which means it's taking it all the way to silent. So if I say accept that, you see that it's just turned into a straight line and there's nothing in between there. So if you need to dial in some extra detail or get rid of some things that are a little bit harder to get to when you're using the regular pencil and slice tool, you can jump inside of here and do some of those edits. And then once you get done editing, you can save that file out and then replace the one that you have inside of the playlist already with the new edited version. Just make sure that you name it correctly so that you know it's the one that you edited before you put it back into the playlist. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you about is automation. So this is where you can come into a track and you can left click where that little icon is at, and then you can come down to automation and then say volume. So let's say I want to adjust this peak right here because I think it came in a little too loud, but everything else is okay. So I don't necessarily want to use a compressor just to knock down this one particular peak. I could use the volume envelope to do that for me, or to tell FL Studio to do that for me. So if I come in here, zoom in using control and scroll wheel, I'll have this arrow up here, and if I right click, it's gonna add some points for me. So I'm adding 4 different points up here, and then what I can do is drag these down to then create some volume dips where that peak was. So all it's doing is just turning down the volume for that one particular section that you're carving out, and you can create some curves to this so it's a little more extreme or less extreme depending on what you need to cover your bases. And then when you zoom out, you'll see that you have created this little dip where that peak was so that you can dial that in a little more precisely. Well, hopefully you found these tips helpful. So after you finished editing your vocals, one of the next steps that you'll be taking is actually mixing your vocals. And if you want a cheat sheet or a guide that will walk you through some of the basic steps that you can take in order to mix your next vocal, then check out the link in the description below where you can download a PDF that will walk you through step by step some different plugins that you can start with in order to get a good baseline mix for your vocals. Hit the like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you aren't already. Make sure you check out this video, which will show you how to get a really clean mix on your next vocal track. And I will see you in the next round.